Now, when the days of Noah had passed, and God was still seeking how to go forward, the covenant of Noah establishes that human beings will no longer be destroyed at once on the face of the earth. Flood will no longer finish the whole earth. That covenant is standing. But there's another thing God needed to do. God was looking for a seed that will actually crush the head of serpent. God was looking for how to move forward. And he still was looking for the fact that I still need a man with whom I enter into a covenant. And that's where the story of Abraham began. And as we look at Abraham, I was going to ask you, since you are a Bible student, to look at the fact that Abraham came from somewhere. Who knows the full name of Abraham? Abraham Terah. That's how we will have called him. Abraham Terah. He has a middle name that we don't want to talk about now. But Abraham Terah. He has brothers. Does he have brothers? He has brothers. He had a brother called Nahor. Which was born after him. He had another brother called Haran. And unfortunately, in his family, Haran, being the last son, died even before their father and before the senior brother. Am I painting a picture of a human family? Where your junior brother already died. But before he died, he had a baby. He was married and had a child called Lot. How many of you have adopted your brother's son when he died? And that son lived with you and you are bringing him up. Can I see your hand up? Anybody who does that? Yeah, that's normal. So Abraham took Lot to raise because his junior brother delivered this boy and died. Abraham got married, but as it will happen, the wife was barren. The wife had no child. Are there some persons sitting here, you got married, we are yet praying for you, but you've not got a child yet? That was not a reason for Abraham to miss the way. Are we together? That was not a reason for Abraham to go and misbehave. So I'm looking at the fact that a man could be a man that God wants to make covenant with, not because he has no problem, not because there are no family challenges, not because everything is rosy for him, not because everything is working well. Abraham got married quite all right. He lost a junior brother. He had a wife that was barren and had no child. And he had an old father that he had to take care of. Abraham, being the first son, the father, whom we call Mr. Terah, began to live with him. How many of you live with your old parent here? Let me see your hand up. Though you're a preacher, you're a man of God, but wherever they transfer you to, there's nobody to leave your parents with. So your old mother is living with you. Can I see your hand up? Is there anybody like that here? All right. Thank you very much. That's to show you that family needs, family responsibilities does not prevent God from entering into a covenant with a man he wants to use. Are we together right now? So I will not be able to entertain your explanation and say, well, you know, I would have been serious for God, but I have so much family problems. I'm the only one, I'm the first son of my mother, and my father is there. I have to carry him everywhere I go. The way they are saying I should go and take a meeting, I should go and lead a church in that village. Where do they expect me to keep my father? These people should be reasonable. I want to tell you, if that is the reason why you are breaking your relationship with God, when you meet Abraham, it will be terrible. For Abraham will say, what are you talking about? Is that why you became a useless nonentity for your generation? Is that why you couldn't make yourself available for God to enter into a covenant relationship with you so that you can bless your generation? What are you talking about? When God called Abraham, I don't know how, as I'm reading the Genesis account, whether God had called Abraham long ago, because chapter 12 said, now the Lord had said, which means God has spoken before this time to Abraham and said, go out of your country to a land that I will show you. I'm leading you into something. Maybe he began to obey, but because their family matters, and maybe as he told his father Terah, Baba, I don't know, I'm sensing, but it seems as if God is telling me to go somewhere. The Baba said, where? Say, even me, I don't know. You don't know where you are going? You know you are my first son. If I die now, you will become the clan head. The chieftaincy title in my family is for you. How many of you have been called to go and serve God, but because of the chieftaincy title in your village, you have been unable to obey God? And Abraham stood up. Said, okay, let's go. If that means I will go with you. So that's how he packed his father, Lot, and others. They are going. But when God is entering covenant with you, sometimes it is not possible to go with addendum. Sometimes God's covenant with a man singles him out, separates him from everything. It makes him to lose what we call family connection. Sometimes God's covenant with a man's life might take him out of his convenient zones. How will God tell a man at his age, move out to a land that I will show you? If he tells his wife and he said, Madam, as I was praying, God said I should move to a place he will show me. The wife said, where? You mean where you are going we don't know yet? And there are wives sitting here. You did not allow your husband to respond to the call of God the way he should. When the president was speaking, he said, to every call, there must be a specific commission, and there is a covenant to back it up. I hope you listen to that address. I hear the word say, can't we serve God here? There's work of God everywhere here. Let's sit down here and do anything we can do. Besides, I cannot leave my job. Don't put me into confusion. Whatever you say God is telling you, go and tell him. Tell God that you have a wife and that you have family to care for. If you were not married, you can be flying anywhere like laba laba. But you are married. As you are married, and you are married to me, when you are marrying me, you didn't tell me that God is going to be sending you to nowhere. Let's settle down. How many brothers are sitting here? And in their heart, they knew God wanted to do something with their lives. But they could not, because there are so many issues. So I want you to know that when I'm talking about God of covenant, the word covenant itself requires there must be second person. Why there is no problem with God is faithful. He will always fulfill his word. The next segment, the partner in covenant relationship is what we have to talk about. Am I communicating with you? So when God said, move, and he carried his father, he carried everything, they couldn't move her. When they got to that Haran, he said to